Here now with Alex Sams. And Alex, you and I know the image that you're seeing right there, a lot of people saying it resembles an angel.
In the shock of their lives when they got an alert from their security camera in the driveway.
I was like, wow. I mean, that is an angel.
Jesus has just performed a miracle at the heart of Jerusalem. This extraordinary event has stunned both believers and skeptics alike, leaving many to wonder, could this be the sign that his return is near? The ancient city, sacred to millions, has witnessed a moment so profound it echoes through the corridors of prophecy. As the world watches, hearts race, and minds are overwhelmed with wonder. Is this the divine signal we've been waiting for? Is the King of Kings about to reclaim his throne? In today's video, we dive deeper into this miracle. Reports are flooding in from Jerusalem and around the globe of mysterious sightings that seem to echo the chilling prophecies of the Book of Revelation. From the holy city, where the spiritual heart of the world beats, to the most remote corners of the earth, witnesses are coming forward with accounts that defy the boundaries of the natural world. These reports are not isolated incidents, but part of an overwhelming wave of experiences. Divine sightings, angel-like figures appearing in the skies, and eerie trumpet sounds that send shivers down the spine. They are like a great storm brewing on the horizon, impossible to ignore, and filled with a foreboding that reaches deep into the soul. In Jerusalem, the air is thick with tension as these supernatural occurrences unfold against the backdrop of one of the most ancient and sacred cities in the world. Laden with millennia of spiritual significance, Jerusalem has become the epicenter of what many believe to be the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. The atmosphere is electric, as though the very stones of the city walls are charged with divine energy, vibrating with anticipation of something monumental. Eyewitnesses in the city have described seeing ethereal figures glowing with an unearthly light, hovering over the Temple Mount, the Mount of Olives, and the Western Wall. These figures, resembling descriptions of angels from ancient scriptures, stand in silent vigil, their presence both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of these events is the eerie trumpet sounds that have been reported, reverberating across the city and the world. These sounds seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once, their origin impossible to pinpoint. They echo with a haunting melody, one that resonates it's deep within the listener, stirring up ancient fears and a sense of impending doom. These trumpet blasts are uncannily similar to those described in the Book of Revelation, where the sounding of trumpets signals the unfolding of apocalyptic events, the very unraveling of the world as we know it. The sounds are described as both beautiful and terrible, a divine call that penetrates the very marrow of human existence, leaving those who hear it with an overwhelming sense of urgency and dread. These sightings and sounds are not confined to Jerusalem alone, from the bustling cities of Europe to the quiet villages of Asia. From the deserts of Africa to the forests of South America, reports are emerging of similar experiences. People from all walks of life, from different cultures and religions, are witnessing these phenomena. The figures that appear are universally described as beings of immense power and beauty, their presence both comforting and unsettling. They are seen in the sky, descending from the heavens, or standing guard over sacred sites. In some places, they are said to move among the people, invisible to some, but clearly visible to others, offering messages of hope, warning, or judgment. Reactions to these events are as varied as the people who experience them. Some are filled with hope, seeing in these sightings a sign that the long-awaited deliverance is at hand, that the forces of good are preparing to vanquish evil once and for all. Others are gripped by fear, convinced that these events are harbingers of doom, that the world is on the brink of an apocalyptic catastrophe, from which there may be no escape. Still, others are skeptical, dismissing these reports as mass hysteria, optical illusions, or the product of overactive imaginations. Yet, regardless of how they are interpreted, these events are undeniably shaking the very foundations of human existence. They are a wake-up call, a reminder that the world we live in is far more mysterious and complex than we can ever fully understand. They challenge our assumptions, our beliefs, and our sense of security, forcing us to confront the possibility that the divine is breaking through into our world in ways that are both awe-inspiring and terrifying. As these sightings continue to be reported, the world watches with bated breath, wondering what will come next. Will these divine figures make themselves known in a more direct and undeniable way? Will the trumpet sounds grow louder, signaling the beginning of the end? Or are these events merely a prelude, a warning of something even more profound and earth-shattering yet to come? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the world will never be the same. A recent viral video has taken the internet by storm, capturing an awe-inspiring and mysterious light show above the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. This sacred site, already steeped in millennia of religious significance, has now become the focal point of intense speculation and fervent debate. The video, filmed on a quiet evening, shows a series of radiant, pulsing lights hovering above the Golden Dome, illuminating the night sky with an ethereal glow. As the lights danced in complex, almost choreographed patterns, witnesses were left in a state of profound shock, their hearts gripped by a mix of wonder and dread. The footage, which quickly spread across social media platforms and news outlets, has ignited a firestorm of theories, some claiming it as a divine sign, others speculating that it might be an appearance of Jesus or the Archangel Michael himself. The Dome of the Rock, located on the Temple Mount, is one of the most contested and revered religious sites in the world. It is a place where the spiritual and the temporal intersect, where the divine is said to touch the earth. For Jews, it is the site where Abraham was prepared to sacrifice his son Isaac. For Muslims, it marks the place from which the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. And for Christians, it holds significance as part of the larger biblical narrative that envelops Jerusalem. The appearance of a mysterious light show above such a site has naturally led many to interpret it as a sign from God, a message to humanity that something momentous is about to unfold. The video begins with the camera focused on the Dome of the Rock, its golden surface gleaming under the faint light of the crescent moon. Suddenly, a bright light appears in the sky above, growing in intensity until it fills the frame. The light then begins to split into multiple beams, each one pulsating with a different color: deep blues, fiery reds, and brilliant whites. These beams twist and spiral around each other, creating intricate patterns that resemble ancient symbols and celestial constellations. The entire display is accompanied by a low, humming sound that seems to reverberate through the ground, adding to the otherworldly atmosphere. As the light show continues, the beams begin to converge, forming a single towering column of light that descends from the heavens and seems to touch the very top of the dome. The spectacle lasts for several minutes before the light suddenly vanishes, leaving the sky as dark and quiet as it was before. The immediate reaction to the video was one of astonishment. Social media was flooded with comments and reactions ranging from the deeply spiritual to the outright skeptical. Many believers were quick to interpret the lights as a divine sign, a message from God to his people. In a world increasingly marred by chaos, division, and despair, this celestial phenomenon was seen as a beacon of hope, a reminder that the divine is still present and active in the world. Some Christians have speculated that the light show was a precursor to the second coming of Christ, a fulfillment of the prophecy that he would return in glory, descending from the heavens in a blaze of light. Others have suggested that the lights heralded the arrival of the Archangel Michael, the warrior angel who, according to biblical tradition, will lead the heavenly hosts in the final battle against the forces of evil. While the religious significance of the light show has captivated many, others have approached the video with skepticism. Some scientists and astronomers have suggested that the lights could be the result of a natural phenomenon, such as a rare atmospheric event or even an elaborate hoax. They point out that similar light displays have been recorded in other parts of the world, often linked to geological activity or unusual weather patterns. However, these explanations do little to diminish the fervor with which the video has been received by those who see it as a divine sign. The debate over the light show has also reignited discussions about the broader implications of such phenomena. In a world increasingly dominated by technology and secularism, the appearance of a mysterious and unexplained event over one of the most sacred sites on Earth serves as a stark reminder of the mysteries that still elude human understanding. It challenges the notion that everything in the universe can be explained through science and reason, and it invites people to consider the possibility that there are forces at work that transcend the material world. For those who see the light show as a sign of divine intervention, the question now is what it means for the future. Are we on the brink of a new era, one in which the divine will once again play a visible and active role in the affairs of humanity? Or is this a warning, a sign that the world is about to face a period of unprecedented trials and tribulations? The light show over the Dome of the Rock has left many with a sense of urgency, a feeling that time is running out, and that the world as we know it may be about to change in profound and unpredictable ways. Religious leaders from around the world have weighed in on the phenomenon, each offering their interpretation of what the lights might mean. In the Vatican, Pope Francis addressed the video during a recent sermon, urging the faithful to remain vigilant and prayerful in the face of such signs. The debate over the light show has also reignited discussions about the broader implications of such phenomena. In a world increasingly dominated by technology and secularism, the appearance of a mysterious and unexplained event over one of the most sacred sites on Earth serves as a stark reminder of the mysteries that still elude human understanding. It challenges the notion that everything in the universe can be explained through science and reason, and it invites people to consider the possibility that there are forces at work that transcend the material world. For those who see the light show as a sign of divine intervention, the question now is what it means for the future. Are we on the brink of a new era, one in which the divine will once again play a visible and active role in the affairs of humanity? Or is this a warning, a sign that the world is about to face a period of unprecedented trials and tribulations? The light show over the Dome of the Rock has left many with a sense of urgency, a feeling that time is running out and that the world as we know it may be about to change in profound and unpredictable ways. Religious leaders from around the world have weighed in on the phenomenon, each offering their interpretation of what the lights might mean. In the Vatican, Pope Francis addressed the video during a recent sermon, urging the faithful to remain vigilant and prayerful in the face of such signs. We must always be open to the possibility that God is speaking to us, he said. These lights are a reminder that we are not alone, that the divine is still present in our world, and that we must always be ready to respond to his call. In Jerusalem, Rabbi Yitzhak Yosef, the Sephardic chief rabbi of Israel, called for a day of fasting and prayer in response to the event, urging Jews around the world to seek God's guidance and mercy. This is a time of great uncertainty, he said. We must turn to God and ask for his wisdom and protection in these troubling times. Meanwhile, Islamic scholars and leaders have also weighed in, with many viewing the lights as a sign of Allah's presence and a call to greater faith and devotion. Sheikh Abdul Aziz al-Sheikh, the Grand Mufti of Saudi Arabia, issued a statement urging Muslims to reflect on the significance of the event and to renew their commitment to living according to the teachings of Islam. These lights are a reminder of Allah's greatness and power, he said. They call us to be faithful, to live righteously, and to prepare ourselves for the day of judgment. As the world continues to grapple with the meaning of this mysterious light show, one thing is clear: the Dome of the Rock has once again become a focal point of intense spiritual significance. It has reminded us all that the divine is still a force to be reckoned with, that the mysteries of the universe are far greater than we can ever fully comprehend, and that we must always be open to the possibility of the miraculous. Whether this event marks the beginning of a new chapter in human history, or is simply a fleeting moment of wonder, it has captured the imagination of millions and left us all pondering the mysteries of the divine. Thank you for watching this video. As always, we encourage you to leave your thoughts in the comments below, share this video with your friends,